So yes, Namaste. Coming to the next topic, Mission Sagar. So we all know that what Mission Sagar is. Security and growth for all in the region. Sagar. Security and growth for all in the region is the acronym of Sagar. Yes. INS Cassari hands over food provisions to Maldives. The government of India is providing assistance to foreign countries. Yes, security and growth for all in the region and its Sagar and its neighborhood first policy. India is providing so medicines and also food requirements and some Ayurvedic medicines. These are all provided. Mission Sagar follows close on the heels of the Operation Samudra Setu, which is aimed at repatriation of Indian citizens from overseas. Yes, and India and Maldives are the close maritime neighbors with strong and extremely cordial defense and diplomatic relations. So yes, INS Kesar is on Mission Sagar, right? This is important point here. And the next one, India needs 30-fold increase in renewable energy, 30-fold increase in nuclear energy, and doubling of thermal energy, making 75% of energy carbon free. Yes. So 30-fold, it is 30 times increase in the renewable energy, 30 times increase in the nuclear energy, and doubling of the thermal energy, making 70% energy carbon free. The country needs to adopt decarbonization strategy based on the level of Human Development Index (HDI). The countries need to adopt decarbonization strategy based on the level of HDI. So yes, National Technology Day is celebrated to commemorate the nuclear test that took place in 1999, 22 years ago, that brought us national security. After that, India has entered into many international agreements with various countries to promote the nuclear commerce for the peaceful purposes. Yes, the correlation, the correlation between Human Development Index (HDI) and per capita energy consumption of all over the world, yes, exists. So countries with higher HDI, countries with higher HDI, where citizens enjoy high quality of life. So citizens enjoy high quality of life, have higher per capita consumption of energy, right? So more the HDI, more is the per capita energy consumption. However, with the rising climatic issues, a developing country like India faces a challenge where we are caught between energy security on one side and climate security on the other. The need of the hours is to strike the balance, enhancing the quality of human life as well as keeping control over the climate crisis. Yes, there should be the development along with the conservation of the nature. Yes, the sustainable development. So both energy security is important, at the same time the climate security is equally important. So some of the facts here: staying below 1.5 degrees Celsius in 2100 requires cuts in greenhouse gases emission of 45% below 2010 levels by 2030 and to net zero by 2050. So to stay below 1.5 degrees Celsius in 2100 year, to stay below 1.5 degrees Celsius, it is necessary to cut by 2030 the 45% of the 2010 levels and net zero by 2050. So net zero is aimed by 2050 to be 1.5 degrees below in 2100. And yes, we just have 10 years to realize the deep emission cuts and 30 years to reach the zero emissions while addressing the development aspirations. So, leveraging the available rapidly deployable technologies, we can achieve these goals. Renewable energy is an important deployment option, and nuclear power can be can make a vital contribution meeting zero emission target, right? And global economic development can be achieved along with the sustainable climate change. Without nuclear contribution, the cost of achieving decarbonization targets increase significantly. So, with the nuclear contribution, we can achieve economically the zero emission targets. So, nuclear contribution is needed. The next one. So, this is about the Vande Bharat mission. It is the largest repatriation program, and yes, and under this mission, the Ministry of Civil Aviation is coordinating with Ministry of External Affairs and state governments for bringing Indians back to their homeland. The Ministry of Civil Aviation is coordinating with the Ministry of External Affairs and state governments for bringing back Indians to their homeland. Each and every function in this massive air evacuation mission strictly adheres to the safety, hygiene and protocol laid down by the government and DGCA. Yes, this Vande Bharat mission is in news, and yes, via flights, many Indians struck in the foreign countries or brought back to India. And next important topic, HIL Limited, a PSU under Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, making all efforts to ensure adequate supply of insecticides to the farmer community in the country, and at the same time eyeing big export orders of DDT from African countries. Yes, yes, HIL company. HIL returned letter to 10 Southern African Development Community, SADC, Southern African Development Community, for supply of DDT in view of warning issued by World Health Organization about the increase in the malaria cases in the region in the coming months. So, the insecticides both to the farming community and also for the medical purposes, that is for the public health, it is important. Insecticides are playing an important role because the World Health Organization issued a warning regarding the outbreak of malaria in the coming months. Yes, and it is also equally important to the farming community uh, because they need to maintain the crop yield, and yes, we have already seen uh, many insects invading and invasions of the crops, many locusts and many other insects invading on the crops. So insecticides are very important, and HIL, yeah, India Limited, a PSU under Department of Chemicals and Petrochemicals, yes, uh, is already making all the efforts to ensure adequate supply of insecticides, and also written a letter to the African Development Community. And thank you.